So let's go to the next question, guys. Since I left secondary school, I have been trying different things to make money, but I don't make as much money as I want. What do I do?
Okay, so the thing is, when it comes to
this is a case of somebody that is not yet in the uni, but is out of secondary school. So he's putting his hands on her hands in different things, but the money is not coming the way he or she wants it. So what can the person do?
I mean, let's be very honest. The money is not emotional, right? You don't chase money, right? You attract money. Money naturally gets attracted to valuable people. Wow. So the question you need to ask yourself is, am I providing enough value that people are looking for and they can reward me for? I'll give you a typical example. When I started learning about financial management, financial skills, money skills and all that, I wasn't doing it so that somebody can pay me for it to teach them. To be honest, I was doing it just to repair my own errors in the past. I was into debt. My salaries were not enough for me. But guess what? The more I started to learn about these things, the more it started to shape my life. And now somebody reaches out to me and says, Victor, I want to learn about financial management. How much do you charge? So I have become so valuable that people now recognize my value. And now they can pay me. So for this person, you might have been trying a lot of things. And maybe that's because you are not focusing on one thing that truly matters, which is what? Becoming valuable. So you go back into your quiet place and ask yourself, what skill can I learn? What is that enterprise that I can practice or I can be mentored under and I can stay there for years? It could be 6 months, it could be 1 year, it could be 2 years. Something that has a growth pattern, something that you are sure that over time that thing is going to be demanded by people at scale. You start to learn, and you have to be comfortable with learning, even when you are drinking garri and soaking garri and sugar.
Yesterday we drank garri before we go to bed. Now we're about to drink garri before we go to bed.
You have to be comfortable because trust me, these things are, like I said in the previous question you asked, it's your making process. It's your story you're trying to build.
No, you are not rich. Rather, you are super rich. You can say that again.
So if you're someone who you're not yet in the university and then you are looking for a lot of things to do that you can use to make money, I think you're doing it wrong. I think you need to just go back and say, okay, how can I build value? And then once you find that thing that you can learn, like a skill, forget about making money now. Go learn a skill. Go find someone who can teach you something that, if it's hair making, for example, go to a hair making store. Tell them, I want to learn and I'm going to do it I want to serve you, right? I want to be the one who is just going to be sweeping around and learning, right? Because maybe you don't even have money to pay for it. But when you are going to offer that service for free, then they are going to teach you. And then you make sure that you are intentional about learning it up to a point where you understand it such that people can now pay you for it. So if you didn't learn anything from what I just said now, one thing you need to take home is what? You don't chase after money. You attract money by becoming valuable.
Thank you, sir. So try and learn how to build value. Find a skill that you're interested in and learn it. Okay, so that was for someone that is yet to enter the uni. Yes. So now we have a question from an undergraduate, someone that is
in the university there.
So it says, as an undergraduate, how do I make money and still be serious with school?
Wow. Well, like we said in the second question you asked, I mean, when you're as an undergraduate, focus on your academics. Priority one, your academics. Nothing should come in between you and your academics because that is an investment in itself. But let's assume your parents are only able to afford your tuition and you need to also hustle along the way. I remember when I was in university, I was actually teaching. So I was in level 100. When I got to level 200, I was teaching level 100 students. And they were paying me for it. So I gathered them together and then I teach them further maths, right? And I was teaching them about 3-4 courses and they were paying me handsomely. So if you're in the university, there are many people who are lazy to learn. There are many people who are not, who don't even understand when the lecturer is teaching. So you can leverage that opportunity. You need to now become intentional and learn it to a point where even your own mates can pay you to teach you. For you to teach the person, you get. So that is one source of income. Another one is, like I said, in your free time. After you've gone through school, you have studied, you can just go around. I mean, there are many shops or people who do things around the school. You can go there and learn a skill. Give yourself 6 months. You learn probably how to cut hair. You learn how to even make shoes. You learn how to sew. All these things are things you can do on the side. The concept of building value is that you need to first of all have a skill, then you need to grow mastery in that skill. And that's how you can earn from it. So if you're an undergraduate and you're looking for how to make money, you need to be at the top of your game. You need to become very intentional with your studies. And then those that are behind you or your mates who are not as intentional as you are, you can start to teach them, and you also go and learn skills on the side. Because now we're in the technological age, you know, and people can just go on Udemy, on Coursera, on EDX, and just go and learn skills, AI, programming, and you can start doing it little by little. You can start, offering services for some tech companies, and you're in school while you're doing that. So right now, really nobody has excuse. Right? The only thing is, are you willing to take that step? You have a lot of lazy teenagers. A lot of them, it's all about, let me just go to school. Let me just learn this now. Let me just leave and start making money. No. You can stay in school, become intentional, become very serious with your academics, and also get that value. And by the way, I got a first class. Yes, I got a first class. But guess what? I was also running businesses in school at the same time, teaching people and doing other things on the side. So it's possible. Don't look down on yourself. It's very possible.
So it's very possible for you to be intentional about, like he has been saying from the beginning of this video. You have to be intentional about growing your wealth, adding value, learning a skill that can fetch you money. Alright, so the next question says, please sir, how do I stop impulse buying? I often buy things I don't need simply because they're on discount, and later I regret my actions.